Hello everyone, good morning. In the last class, we have discussed how to do the modifications in the internal table and how to upload the file uh, from externally to internal table like that, but that is missed yesterday. Missed means that is not completed. So I will try to complete that one now. First, I'm keeping the breakpoint. So click on execute button and 1 to 5. So click on execute. Here, T underscore final is containing 4 records here. First of all, I will export to the Excel sheet. Desktop, just save it. Here's the data, and whenever we are uploading the data, then check is there any date format. The date is there or not. Here AU date is coming, so it is coming like 31.07.2020. This is in the ALV format. And if I click on back button, then it will go to the debugging screen. So here we can see the AU date 2020 2020 07 and 31 means year, month, date. Same thing, if I click on this table display in ALV, then it is converting like date dot month dot year, right? So we have to consider this format, date, month, year. This format we need to consider. So accordingly, we need to change the changes here also. Okay, I will do. So you need to consider the date and time, both you need to consider. Here, time is not available, only date is available in this internal table. So in the same way, I will copy some more records here. And first record something. This data I'm taking into one notepad now. Because if I am trying to upload this data through the Excel sheet, it is not taking, it is not considering. So that this code is converting into some another text here. We cannot read that format. So I'm just going to copy and paste in the notepad. So here I am taking up to MANDT field. From MANDT to MKTS. I am not considering the index. So index is not a field in the internal table. Just that is for our understanding purpose they are giving here. What is the line number? Okay. So I have copied this text and I will go to the notepad. Sales information. Save it. Save it. Close it. And try to upload it once again. Upload from file. Click on S button. So sales information. Hello. Here the data is coming. Okay. So you can upload the data in this way to the internal table. Okay, better to consider notepad only. Don't upload the data from Excel sheet. Fine. This is fine. Coming to the next feature. I'm just executing directly here. Okay. So yesterday we were discussing something F9. Shortcut key is F9, right? Here breakpoint is there. So click on this breakpoint and here breakpoint at. And here we have a lot of options here. Breakpoint at statement, subroutine, function module, method. So these are all things, right? So these are all options. Okay, will come in the F9 function key. So click on F9 once. See, it is displaying all the things, whatever we saw here. Okay. So here for above commands. Okay, above commands means yesterday we have checked this one. Okay, wherever the select query is available, I want to stop. I want to keep breakpoint at all places. Okay. Then I will write here select. In the same way, if I am trying to insert something data in the table level, insert. If I am trying to modify. If I am trying to delete any record, then delete. So whatever the text you are giving here, okay, whatever the text you are giving here, so with the text it will check in the program level, program, subprogram, in each and every div structure levels. Okay, so if that text is available, then simply it will keep the breakpoint at that location. So yesterday we saw this one. Fine. And coming to the method. Here, if you are calling something class and method, okay, then we need to keep the breakpoint here. Okay. In real time, we are debugging something standard program at the time. So the data is changing at some place. Okay, you just find out. Okay, fine. Here something class method is they are using, and so by using the class and method, the data is converting or the data is modifying. Okay, you can assume in that way. You know the class and method. Then you can give the class and method here. Here, just closing it. Here I am using something class and method to display the data. Okay, so the class name is CL demo output and display the uh, method. Right. So I will copy it here and I will go to F9 once again. method. Okay? The method. I will come and I will paste it here. Okay? And this one, display. Click on OK button. Okay, I just kept I have given the class and method there. So here we are not able to see any breakpoint, right? Okay, no problem. So the cursor, where the cursor is available now? We don't know exactly here, right? So click on step size here. So it will go to that location where the cursor is locating. So it will select at that location. So once again, click on step size here. So now directly I am clicking on execute button. I am not taking anything. Just click on the execute button. See here what it is showing here. It is stopping here the method. Okay, method. The class name is CL demo output. Okay, so this is the class and this is the method. Okay, so in the method it is keeping the breakpoint. So I don't want to execute this all code here. Just come outside. Okay, just come outside. So how we can come outside? By clicking on F7 button, right? So if I click on F7 button, this all code will execute at a time and it will come outside of this method. So click on F7. The cursor is coming from this one, right? The class and method. So this is the way to keep the breakpoint, okay, in the class and method. But we don't know where exactly it is locating. It is locating in multiple places. So then also it will stop at every place. So one more option. This is the function. Okay, function modules. So if you are using something function module here, we can give something a function module name here. Okay, so something number is there. Okay, something number is there, but they are removing the leading zeros for that number. For example, material number is there. For the material number, they are leading something zeros. Okay, and they are doing the processing at that time. Okay, but removing the leading zeros, it may be a problem in some places. Okay, while fetching the data from the database table and I mean select queries, at that time, if we don't pass the leading zeros, then it will not fetch the data. So we will face this type of problems, or I mean any other function modules like reuse LV grid display or whatever it is, whatever the amount is converting or days conversion. Okay, so whatever the function module, if you want to keep the if you want to keep the breakpoint, then just pass the function module name here. So in our case, we are using the function modules like so. As of now, I am just maintaining the conversion exit alpha output in this program. Okay, and once again come to F9, the function module. Give the function module name here and click on OK button. See, function module is locating here. If you double click, I mean, if you go inside of this one, it is not going because this, I mean, we are in the debugging level, so we cannot go inside of this one. Okay, so where the cursor is located, so click on step size here. So the cursor is at 13th line, right? So once again, click on step size. By I am clicking step size once again here. So here, the total executable line is selecting here. Click on F5 button here. So this is one line. Okay, the select query is starting at 14th line and ending with 21 line because there is no full stop here. Full stop is available in the 20, 21, 21st line. Okay, so that is why system will consider this is the one line here. Okay, so if you click on step size, it will select total line here, but not required to select like this, and this will be helpful in the uh, I mean, above 7.4 syntaxes are there, right? 7.4, 7.5 syntaxes we can write, right? So in that one, uh, it will be very helpful. Okay, so we will discuss that one also a bit later. Now, click on execute button directly. See, what I mean, it is stopping in some place. Okay, here if you see this one function conversion exit alpha output. So this is the function module. So inside the function module, one breakpoint is triggering and is stopping at that location. Okay, so come outside of this function module by clicking on F7 button. We can see the conversion exit alpha output is using here. Okay, it is using here. Same thing. Once again, I'm clicking F8 button. So once again, it will stop it here because the function module is calling in a loop statement. Okay, so how many I mean how many times you are triggering this one? So that many of times it will stop it here. Okay, so click on F7. Okay, I don't want to keep the breakpoint in a function module because I know the location where it is located. Click on the break or watch points here and remove or whatever the breakpoints are there or deactivate it. Okay, come to the desktop tree and click on execute button. Okay, fine. So in the same way, it will click on execute desktop tree. Okay, so something perform is there. Okay, something performs are there. So for the performs also the option is available F9. Okay, something form is there, right? So you can give the program name and the form name, or if you know the form name, subroutine name, you can give the subroutine name like get final. Okay, get final. Click on OK button. Okay, it is okay. Enter complete fragment data. Fine. So it is asking the program name also. Okay, so the program name is the same thing only here. J. So click on OK button. Okay, click on F8 button. Okay. It is stopping inside of the form. Okay, inside of the form. I don't want to execute all the program, all the subprogram here. Click on F7. It will come outside of this perform. Perform is using here get final. Okay, so in the same way, we can use other options also, like some exceptions. Okay, if you are finding something exception class, exception things, then we can pass it here. Okay, if we pass the exception class whenever we are calling the exception, at that time it will stop at the application. Okay, messages. Okay, yesterday we saw this one. Okay, how can we stop the debugging at the message, particularly one message like that, right? And here score code. Actually, I did not use this one till now, and ST template also not used, and WebDAM Pro. So if you are working on any WebDAM Pro objects, then you can go here and miss. So we all this will be helpful. Like execute it once again. Execute. Click on execute. Come to the F9 here. Here, what is happening? The program or procedure change. Okay. when ABAP plus screen stack change. This is the program, this is the main program, right? Debugger demo one. This is the main program, and we are executing this one. So cursor is at start of selection event. The first line is executing here. Okay. So here, if we are calling something subprograms, okay, subprogram means either subroutines or functional modules or any uh, RFCs or proxies, class methods, whatever it is. Okay, so these are the subprograms here. Okay, if we are calling any subprograms, it will stop at that location. Okay, so the cursor is going from main program to subprogram. Okay, this is the main program. Debug demo one is the main program. So if the cursor is going from this program to any other subprogram, then it will stop at that location. Okay, so how can we find out this one? So come to the miss here and select this one. Okay, click on OK button and click on the desktop to here. We can get to know the stack information here in the desktop too, right? So there is a 1000 screens. I mean, by default, SAP will use the 1000 screen, right? So here startup selection is, I mean, this is the main program startup selection is calling here, and after that one, so click on F8 button. Then what will happen? Let us see. Okay. See, it is stopping in one location. There is no breakpoint, but it is stopping here. Where it is stopping? Get VBAP. This is the sub program here. Okay, subroutine. Subroutine is nothing but on sub program only, right? So it is stopping here. And if you can see the stack information, the startup selection is there. Okay, the position is second position here. So from the second position, third one, third line. So here farm. Okay, something subroutine is calling here. Okay, farm, farm. And here the farm name is get VBAP. Okay, the program name is this one. Okay, this is the main program. In this program only one subprogram we are calling here. Okay, so we came inside of this subroutine. Okay, now click on F7. Then if you click on F7, then what will happen? So the total subroutine, the subprogram will execute at a time, and it will come outside of this subprogram, right? So click on F7 here. Then you just observe the stack information also. Okay, click on F7. See, once again the third stack that is not available here because the cursor came the main program now. The cursor is at 23rd line. The main program is Debugger demo one. Okay, and if I click on F8 button once again, okay, if I click on F8 button once again, click it, then where it is going? So it is going to the next sub program get MAKT. Okay, and you can see the same thing here, right? Fine, click on F8. So this will be very helpful in our uh, real-time scenario. Okay, here I am just calling just 2-3 subroutines only. But if you go to the main program, then you will get a lot of stacks here, a lot of substreams we call here. Then this will be very helpful. So click on F7. It came outside of this subprogram. So once again, I'm clicking on F8 button. So if I click on F8 button, then what will happen? So it will go to the next subprogram. The cursor is the 24th line. So this is the perform. So it will go inside and it will stop there. Right? It's stopping here. Fine. Now I will click on F7 button. Okay, I will click on F7 button because I want to execute this all code at a time and it will come outside, right? So click on F7, then what will happen here? And you can observe the stack information also here. Click on F7. So what is happening here? Okay, what is happening? So the startup selection is the main program. Okay, in this one, get final is the sub program. So in this sub program, we are calling one function module, conversion exit alpha output. Right? So this is also one subprogram only here. The function module also one subprogram here. So that is why it is stopping in this location. Another stack is calling here. Okay, another stack is calling. That is why it is stopping the function module. Okay. Now click on F7. Cursor came outside of this function module. So the stack, the fourth stack was not available now because it is closed now. It's already called and it is came outside. So click on F7 once again. See, once again it is coming here on the stack only. Conversion exit alpha. Okay, because this function module we are using in the loop statement, right? That is right. Okay, so the stack, the fourth stack is not available. Okay, so if you don't want to execute the stack based information, once again come to the script here. 1 minute. Breakpoints. Come here and remove this one or deactivate. Come to the desktop tree. And click on F7. See, it came outside of this get panel. Okay. So this is the way to debug it here. Okay, this is coming here because I have removed that breakpoint, so I have deactivated, so it is not activated here. So these are the options to keep some breakpoints dynamically. Okay, so we don't know where the, I'm going to the form here, or I'm going to the function module here. Just I will give the function module name here. So whenever the function module is calling, so at that time it will stop that uh, uh, location, dynamically keeping the breakpoints. Okay, fine. Click on execute. Come back. Test. Now my requirement is so here we are using something internal tables. Come to the globals here. Okay, T underscore VBAK, T VBAP, T MAKT something, right? Here, uh, your T VBAP is there, right? So T VBAP is 0 now, 0 into 5. Okay, so records are not available here. Now my requirement is if this internal table is filling, okay, if something internal table, if something value is inserting into this internal table, then I want to stop at that location. Okay, how can we check that? We don't know where it is filling actually. Okay, we don't know where it is filling. Now I want to stop whenever it is updating, whenever the value is inserting in this internal table. For this one, we will go for watch point. Okay, watch point. Here, watch point is available. Okay, so click on this watch point. And what is the internal table name? The internal table name is TVBAP, right? So TVBAP. Click on OK button. Okay, click on OK button. Now I don't know where it is filling actually. Okay, in the main program, I don't know where it is filling. So click on F8 button. See, the cursor is stopping at 22nd line. The cursor is stopping at 22nd line. And you can see TBBAP is filling 4 records here. So previously it was 0 records, but now 4 records are coming. So it is, the value is inserting in this internal table. That is why it is stopping in this location. So the 22nd line, before 22nd line, the internal table is updating. Okay. So this is the way, and how to find out this, uh, I mean, T underscore final is updating. Okay, T underscore final. Fine. Come to this one. T underscore final. Click on OK. Click on execute button. See, the cursor is stopping at 88 line. Okay, 88 line. Because T underscore final is updating here. 0 into, previously 0 was there, now it came to the one record. Okay, one record is coming here. So how it is coming? The cursor is at 88 line. So before that line, it is updating. So by using this append structure, it is updating the value in this internal table. That is why it is stopping here. Okay, not only this one. So you can give any variable or any work area. Okay, you can check in that way also. Okay, now I will give something s underscore final something. Come to the watch point. S underscore final. S underscore final. Click on enter button. So S underscore final, where is this one? S underscore final. S underscore final. Okay. So this S underscore final, so something data is coming here. Okay. Something data is coming here. Now, if I click on execute button, then what will happen? So whenever the value is changing to this work area, okay, whenever the value is changing in this work area, whatever it is containing n number of fields here. Okay, so if any one record is changing, at that time it will stop at that location. So click on F8 button. Okay, so here it is stopping at 60 line. It is stopping at 60 line because in the 59th line we are changing the value of s underscore final VVLN. Okay, previously 1 was there, now it is changing to 2. So that is why it is stopping here. Okay, and just check here Postner number. Postner is the zero, all are zeros here, right? So if I click on F8 button, okay, if I click on F8 button, then where it will stop? Currently the cursor is at 60 line. So click on F8 button. So it is coming to the 62 line. Okay, so before 62 line, the work area is changing here. The S underscore final is changing here. Okay, the S underscore final portion is changing to 10 here. Okay, that is why it is stopping it here. So whatever the variable, so here LB underscore BBELN is there, right? So so as of now, the document number is 0002 is there in the LVBBELN. I want to uh, I want to see, if it is updating something value, then I want to see that, I want to stop at that location. Okay, LVBBELN. I will go to the watch point here and I will keep this is one thing, or LVBBELN. Where is it located? So just click on this LVBBELN and click on the watch point here. See, automatically the LVBBELN is coming because the cursor is at LVBBELN. That is why it is stopping it here. So click on OK button. Okay, and I need to remove this one, right? So click on break or watch points here. Okay, here one more tab is there. This is the breakpoints and this is the watch points. So click on the second tab watch points here, and you can see the conditions are where we what we have given the watch points here. T VBAP, T final, S underscore final. These all things we have given here, right? So now I don't want these all things here. So remove this, these all things, or deactivate these all things. And now only LVBBEL watch point is there, right? So click on desktop tree here, and the desktop tree LVBBEL is containing 2 here. Okay, whenever the value will change to this variable, then it will stop at that location. So click on F8 button. See what is happening. Okay, LBBBELN is changing to 5. Previously it was 2. Now it is changing to 5. That is why it is stopping here. Okay. So once again click on F8 button. So here 5 is there. Okay, LVVBL is 5 here. Click on F8 button. Now, okay, there is no record, so it is executed fully now. Come once again. Click on execute. Click on execute F5. Now once again see LVVBELN. LVVBELN is nothing is there. Okay, as of now nothing. So I will go to the watch point here and I will give the LVVBELN. Okay, because the cursor is, I kept the cursor on the LVVBELN. That is why automatically is coming here. So click on OK button. Now click on F8 button. The cursor is stopping at 61 line. Okay, so before 61 line, the LVVBL is changing. That is why it is stopping here. Okay, so this is one thing. Fine, but in the internal table, it is containing something hundreds of records. Okay, hundreds of records. But in the final output, for exactly one record, okay, for exactly one record, the value is changing. The value is coming wrongly. We need to identify. Okay, we need to identify where it is wrong like that. For example, we are displaying something, some 100 records, 100 sales in 100 sales orders information. Okay, the sales order number 123. Okay, sales order number 123. For this one, the quantity is coming wrongly. Okay, I don't know why it is coming wrongly here. So we need to find out why it is changing like that, right? So at that time, what we will do? So wherever it is filling, okay, wherever it is filling, at that time we need to keep the breakpoint, right? So we don't know where it is filling like that. So at the time, what we will do? The first time we will keep the breakpoint and at the final, internal table or final work area. Okay, we will keep the breakpoint. We will keep the watch point at that location, and it will stop there. Okay, it will stop there. Then we need to check. Okay, we need to check. The sales order number 123. If the sales order number is 123 is generating coming at that time only, we need to stop it here. Otherwise, not required to stop all records. Okay, all records are correct only, but only 123 is wrong here. So at that time, what we have to do for this watch point, we need to give some condition. Okay, for this one, we need to give some condition. In this case, T underscore BBAP, it is containing 9 records here. If you see here, just assume the document number 6. Okay, document number 6, the quantity is coming like 2. Okay, here I will change something. Click on back. Okay, here for the sales order number 6, the quantity is coming like 5 here. Okay, and I want to stop at this location. Okay, I want to stop this one here. So what we will do here, we will go to the watch point, and before that one, just remove this all the watch points here. We don't want this watch point, just deactivate it. So come to the desktop tree and once again create the watch point. So here S underscore final BBELN, just keep the cursor and the BBELN. Now go to the watch point. Then automatically S underscore final BBELN is coming here. Okay, because I kept the I kept the cursor at BBELN, so automatically it is considering all the work area hyphen field name here. Okay, so the document number is 6 here. The condition I am passing here, and the condition is S underscore final hyphen BBELN is equal to 6. Give the value in the single quotation and click on OK button. Okay, click on OK button. And now I will click on execute button. The cursor is stopping here. Okay, if you check here, S underscore BBL final is coming like 6 here. Okay, that is why it is stopping at the 60 line. Now we have to click on F5 records, and wherever it is filling, I mean, is there any condition in applying for that one? So what is the condition? Or so any specific condition we can check there, why it is changing the value. Okay, we can check by line now. So this is the way to identify where it is locating. I mean, the exact record where it is updating. Okay, by using this watch points. Watch points are very helpful in our real time. Okay, fine. And one more here. So come outside of this end loop, debugger. How can we do this one? So here the cursor is at this one, 60 line. Okay, 60 line, and this is in a loop statement. Now I want to come outside of this end loop. Then what we will do? So we will keep the breakpoint here, right? So we will keep the breakpoint here and click on execute button, right? This is one way. Or so click on I mean outside of the end loop. Okay, just click on that 891 line and come to the debugger and click on the continue to cursor. Okay, so here go to statement is there, means so directly it will go to that statement, that line, without executing the lines whatever are there in between. Okay, but now continue to cursor means just click on this button. Okay, so whatever the values, I mean whatever the uh, lines are there, those all lines will execute and it will stop at this location. 60 square file is containing 9 records now. Okay, so this is the difference. So go to statements means we can go to the, I mean, previous lines also. Okay, previous lines also, and we can come to the forward lines also. So if I keep the, I mean, for example, the cursor is at, okay, the cursor is at 59 line. Okay, just assume the cursor is at 59 line, and I want to go to the 63 line. I don't want to execute these three lines. Okay, then I will keep the uh, cursor here, and I will go to the, I will use the go to statement, debugger go to statement. Then what will happen? The three lines will skip here. Okay, the three lines execution will skip and it will come directly to that line. Okay, in the same way, if you want to execute these three lines, okay, if you want to execute these three lines, then what will happen? We will keep the cursor here. Okay, we will keep the cursor and debugger continue to cursor. Okay, if you click on this continue to cursor, then automatically the three lines also will execute and it will come to the third line. Okay, so by keeping the breakpoint also we can do this one, or we can do in this way also. Both things are possible here. Fine, this is okay. And now something t underscore final, it is containing data or not, we are checking here. Okay, if something data is available, then we are calling something function module, call function module, right? But we can see here in update task. Okay, in update task. So this is the update function module, not normal function module. So if I click on F5 button, then what will happen? Let us see. So click on F5. See, it is not going inside of this function module, right? Okay, it is not stopping here. It is not going inside of this function module. Okay, actually, it should go to the inside of the function module, right? So one more function module we'll call in here, call function module name here. So we will come back to here. Click on back, get final, click on execute. 1 minute. Oh, fine. Click on execute. Click on F5, F5. Now the cursor is just 65 line. So this is, we are calling the function module. So if we click on F5 button, then it will go inside of this function module, right? So click on F5. See, we are going inside of this function module, right? So in the same way, I want to go inside of this function module also. Okay, inside of this function module also, but it's not going inside of this function module. Click on F5 and once again click on F5. It is not executing. It is not going inside, right? So the reason is because of this the update function module. So update function module will trigger, okay, will trigger at the time of commit work. So if any commit work is there, the statement, then only it will execute. Okay, otherwise it will not execute this function module till that time. Fine. Let us see, is there any commit work is there or not like this. So click on F5. So click on F5, F5. Okay, this is the displaying purpose. Close it. And now commit work is there. Okay, commit work is available in another subroutine. Okay, if I click on F5 on this button, then the update function module will trigger. Okay, so click on F5 button. Okay, but where it is triggering? It is not coming here. Okay, it is not coming here. So what we have to do here? Okay, what we have to do? You can execute once again. Okay, so click on F5. So get panel is coming here. Now it is calling the update function module, right? So we need to do some settings for this one. Click on settings button and change debugger profile settings. Here update debugging is there, right? So we have to select this checkbox. So if we select this checkbox, then only it will stop. I mean, it will go inside of that one. Okay. So internally it will go, but we cannot stop that one. I mean, we cannot see how it is flowing. Okay. So if commit work is there, then automatically the function module will call internally, but we cannot see that one. So we cannot debug that one. So if you want to debug that function module, then you have to select the checkbox, update debugging. So click on OK button. Now click on F5 button. So it is not triggering here. Okay, it is not triggering, even though I have selected the checkbox. So when it will trigger, whenever the commit work will come, at that time only the update function module will trigger. So click on F5, F5, F5. So this is the class and method to display the data. I don't want to click on F8. So it will come like this. Click on cancel. Okay, sorry. Actually, this is the update function module only. Let us see. I will come once again. I should not click on execute button directly there. Click on F8, F5. Now the update function module is calling. Let us see the setting is available or not. Settings and change debugger profile settings. And here update debugging. Just select this checkbox and click on OK button. Now click on F5. The function module is not calling here. Fine. Click on F5, F5, F5. So this is the class method. Click on F6 button. So close it. Now the cursor is at 125 line. Okay. This is a commit work. If I click on F5 button, then the function module, update function module will go to the debugging mode. Okay. So click on F5 button. See here, two debugging screens are coming. Okay. Two debugging screens are coming. The first debugging screen, so it is came outside of this commit work. Okay. So commit work, I mean, commit work is executed here. Okay. At the same time, so it is opening one more session here for the update function module. So this is the update function module. test so upd. Okay. So in this one, the logic is going on. Something logic is there. Okay. So click on F7. See, automatically the second session is closed here. Okay, because the function module is executed, so it came outside. Outside means there is no other executable line for that uh, update function module. Okay, once it came outside, so where is it triggering? It is triggering at 125 line only, right? So it will come to this screen only. Okay, it will come to the screen only. Here, Z-test S4 UPD. Okay, Z-test S4 UPD. Just open this function module here. So this is the function module. I want to keep the breakpoint here. Okay, I just kept the breakpoint. Now, what I will do? Come back. Okay, execute it once again. 1 to 5. Click on execute. Okay, and click on execute here. It is not stopping any place. Okay, it is not stopping any place. Fine. So click on back. So once again, just go inside of this function module and just remove this the breakpoint, and keep this external breakpoint. Okay, external breakpoint. So if you select this external breakpoint, then it will show the message here system by and for this particular user and valid for 2 hours, right? So click on back. So once again, click on execute. 1 to 5. Click on execute. It is not stopping here because of debugger. 1 minute. So settings, change debugger profile settings and update debugging. So click on OK. Now click on F8 button. One minute, guys. It is stopping here. See, the cursor is at 10th line. Okay, cursor is at 10th line. This is inside the function module. Okay, inside the function, because I kept the breakpoint here, so that is why it is stopping here. Okay, even though I clicked on F8 button, it is stopping here because of the external breakpoint. Okay, if you keep the normal session breakpoint, it will not stop here. So we need to keep the external breakpoint only in the the update function module. Okay, so if you are working on any IDOCS concept or proxies or any web services or IDOCS, sorry, OData services and update function modules, we have to use only external breakpoints only, because the data will come outside. Okay, so externally the data will come here. So that is why we need to keep the external breakpoint. So click on F8 button, then it will close. Okay, it's closed now. And one more thing. So here we are keeping something external breakpoint, right? So we need to check utilities, settings, debugging. Here we need to see the user ID. Okay, we need to see the user ID. So in real time, what will happen if you are working on any proxy or web services like that? Then they will configure with one user ID. Okay, means so whenever the third party system is sending something data to SAP system at that time, so they will configure with one user ID, specifically one user ID. Okay, so the data will trigger to SAP with that user ID only. We need to keep that user ID only here. Okay, if we keep our user ID name, then it will not stop at that location. Okay, this is mandatory thing. Don't forget about this one. Okay. So whenever the data is coming outside from outside to SAP, at that time, the basis guys will configure it. Okay, you can check with basis team, or you can check with PA team. Okay, middleware team, who will be the middleware guys will be there. You can check with them. So how the data is flowing to SAP. Okay, by using which user ID it is coming. So they will give the user ID to you. Then you can keep the user ID name in the breakpoint settings. Then only it will stop here. This is the main important thing here. If you don't give this one, then it will not stop it here. Okay, so give the external breakpoint here and click on the utility settings and come to the debugging, and here you need to give the user ID. Okay, this is the main thing. Fine. Fine. Let us see. So few more things are there. We will discuss it in the next class. Okay then. Okay. Bye. Jai Hind.